And we're back. The Sky Rider was traveling from Desi on its way to Barrakesh when you appeared. The dwarves have overheard your talk with Baindon and are excited by the prospect of a new adventure. They seem undaunted by the deadly dangers that it will certainly involve. The fatigue of your ordeal finally catches up with you. You are finding it impossible to keep your eyes open. Norum shows you to the bunk in the hull of the Sky Rider. Gracefully, you climb into bed and pull the blankets over your aching limbs. Norum apologizes that the bunk is too short, but his words fall on deaf ears. You're already asleep. Restore 2 endurance points for this much-needed rest.
Great.
You wake shortly after dawn to the sound of snoring dwarves and the low hum of the Sky Rider. Gathering your equipment, you climb on deck to find everything in shadow, for the Sky Rider is hovering beneath a massive outcrop of sandstone that juts out from the side of a mountain, thousands of feet above the valley floor below. Baindon stands at the helm, but he is no longer in a trance. Crone riders, he says, pointing to the sun-bleached valley beyond the shadows. They arrived with the dawn.
Oh fuck.
You stare out across the alien landscape, a mountain valley filled with pillars of massive and precariously balanced boulders. The Vasagonians call this place the Coos, the Needles. The rocky columns reach so high into the sky that an avalanche seems unavoidable. Perched upon 2 of the columns are Crone, the Dracaran riders scoring the valley with telescopes. An hour passes before they take to the air and disappear. Trim the boom sail, Bosun Norim, orders Baindon, his voice barely audible above the increasing hum of the Sky Rider. We have a fast run ahead. By the way, do you have a black crystal cube?
Let me see. Black crystal cube, black crystal cube.
I don't think we ran into that, but might be wrong.
No, we do not have that.
The voyage through the Coos is breathtaking. The Sky Rider glides between the towers of rocks that rise from the valley floor, with fantastic and unearthly grandeur. Far below, sulphurous water bubbles from fissures in the orange ground, and streams of hissing lava carve circular channels which glow like motes of liquid fire. You watch the sky, but there are no signs of the enemy. Hikaris, says Baindon pensively, the Eagle's Lair. That is where we'll find Sepasa the Wanderer. It is the main place of his birth and the home of his family. He roams the dry main, but he always returns home to Icarish. It is late afternoon when you reach the hills beyond the Coos that overlook the town of Icarish. Baindon moors the Sky Rider to a pinnacle of stone, and a rope ladder is lowered to the ground. It has been decided that you and he will enter Icarish on foot and locate Tipasa, while Norim and his crew wait in hiding for you to return. The sight of the Sky Rider hovering above the mountain town would be sure to arouse unwanted interest in your arrival. You and Baindon prepare yourself for your mission by staining your skin with brown copala berries and dressing in the grey and white robes commonly worn by the mountain people of this region. You bid farewell to Norim and set off across the barren hills. And you may roll the die.
Okie dokie. 10.
Without the breeze of the speeding Sky Rider to cool you, the heat of the mountain is almost unbearable. You trudge across the loose, reddish sand, your face covered to keep the dust from choking your throats. All that seems to grow in this desolate waste is the wire-hard grass that tears at your boots and leggings. As you reach the outskirts of Icarish, you pass a small round hut where a goat is eating from a manga by the door. A man appears at the darkened doorway and bids you welcome. He touches his forehead in a salute of friendship and invites you both to enter his humble home. You can use your sixth sense now if you want to.
I
Left.
think we should.
You sense that the man's show of friendship is genuine. He may be able to help you find Tipasa the Wanderer if you accept his hospitality. Do you wish to enter his home or press onwards towards Icarus?
Oh, let's just enter his home.
Yeah. Moving.
The man is short of stature, but broad-shouldered and strongly built, physical characteristics common amongst the tough mountain dwellers in Vasagonia. Friggin' pop-ups. He pulls a cork from a bottle of lime green wine and pours 3 large measures into earthenware cups. Pshaw! He exclaims, and downs the wine in one swift gulp. Do you wish to follow his example and drink the strange wine? Or would you rather forgo the wine and ask him where Tipasa can be found?
We do not know the traditions up here, so
Let's just drink the wine. It might seem rude not to drink the alcohol that he offers us.
Yeah, let's be good house guests.
alright.
Yeah.
Despite your misgivings, the lime green wine tastes delicious! A warm glow radiates from your stomach, filling you with a comfortable sense of well-being. Restore 2 endurance points.
Okay, wine that heals you.
Nice.
The man looks delighted by your reaction to his wine and offers to sell you the bottle for 5 gold crowns.
We have 5.
Let me see what we have.
And if you wish to pay for it, I'm going to inform you that there's enough in the bottle so that next time you drink of it, and there's just 1 portion left, you can restore 4 endurance points.
Ooh.
Yeah, our coin situation is so that we cannot carry any more coins. We have 50 out of 50 gold coins.
Let's just buy the wine then.
Alright, do you have room in your inventory?
Let me see. Inventory. No, we might want to ditch the blowpipe.
Well,
Yeah, we
you
don't-
did use the ammo for it.
Yeah,
So,
so
yeah.
it's useless now. Let's just throw that away.
Right. Then decrease your amount of gold by 5 gold crowns, and you may add the Kursha, and it can be used to heal 4 endurance points.
Yeah, you might just have to wait for a moment. I need to make sure of what I write here.
Yeah,
Let me
well,
see.
just write whatever it sounds like it should be written as. It's not that important to spell it correctly. But following that, you can question him about Tipasa the Wanderer, or leave his home and continue on your way to Ikarish.
Let's ask him about Tipasa.
Hold on. Okay, how many points did it restore? Restores
4.
4. Okay, endurance points. Okay. And the question was?
I asked, do you wish to question him about Tipasa the Wanderer, or leave his home and continue on your way to Ikarish?
I mean, might as
Wait.
well ask a question now that we're here.
Yeah. Question everything.
Tipasa, he replies thoughtfully. He lives near the Dauga market, but exactly where his home is, I'm not sure. I haven't seen old Tipasa for years. If you should find him, remind him of Kamsin the goat herd. He still owes me 12 crowns. That I have not forgotten. You thank the goat herd for his help and bid him farewell before continuing your trek to Ikarish.
Okay, just give me a moment to write that down. Tipasa the Wanderer lives near. What's the name of the market?
Dauga market.
He owes. What's the name of the man we just met?
Kamsin the goat herd.
Comes in the goat. Was it 12? How much did he owe him?
Yep, 12 crowns.
12 crowns. Okay, I've got that written down now.
Right. You follow a path along a dry gully, the bed of an ancient river that once flowed through the mountains. An arid breeze blows eddies of red dust along the banks of dead earth. The white-walled buildings of Ikarish suddenly appear, and, as the dust settles, you find yourself standing in a small square close to the open archway of the town's east gate. Perched upon a tall basalt monolith in the center of the square is an eagle, the emblem of this mountain town, cast in bronze. 3 bronze arrows are held in its beak. each indicating an exit from the square. Do you wish to go north towards the Doga Market, or go west towards the main square, or south along the Avenue of Eagles?
Go to the Doga Market.
Okay, let's go to the market.
40 paces along the street is a barracks, a long whitewashed building with ugly square windows. A soldier sits dozing in the evening sun with his spear resting across his lap. Some children are tossing hollowed out La Nurma fruits at him, trying to catch them on the tip of his spear. Opposite the barracks is a tavern with a line of saddled dogas tied to a rail near the main door. The braying of these sand horse rivals, the braying of these sand horses rivals the sound of a revelry drifting from the tavern door. Do you wish to enter the tavern, or would rather continue along the street towards the Doga Market?
Continue along the street.
Yeah, why not?
Alright.
You pass under an arch where two brass-gilded conical towers gleam like gold and enter a marketplace crowded with squabbling merchants. Exotic carpets, brightly colored materials, and all manner of foods are being bought, sold, and haggled over. The north side of the marketplace is devoted to the auction of dogas. The sleek but noisy desert beasts are being paraded, for the benefit of the bidders, around a paddock adjoining the stables. Just past the stables, a street vanishes into the carpet weaver's quarter of Icarus. Do you wish to investigate the stables, or would you ask one of the merchants if they know where Tipasa lives? Or would you rather leave the marketplace continuing along the adjoining street?
Try asking a merchant. You might have to buy something from him, but let's just try that.
Alright.
A small heavy-set merchant is hawking his wares from a stall, set close to an archway. His small, beady eyes twinkle from beneath a ridiculously outsized turban. As you approach, he launches himself at you, desperately trying with a flood of wild claims to persuade you to buy his obviously inferior goods. He looks surprised when you interrupt him with your question. Tipasa? He answers. Yes, I know where he lives. He holds up a gaudy waistcoat of pink and orange sackcloth and offers it to you. It would make a worthy gift for your esteemed friend, he suggests, his eyes continually glancing at your belt pouch. Only 5 gold crowns, master. You realize you will first have to purchase this ridiculous garment before the merchant will tell you where Tipasa lives. Do you wish to buy this gaudy and ugly piece of waistcloth, or would you rather not?
Like I said, we have to buy some. Like I said, and like you just said, we'll have to buy something from him, but to get him to tell us. So let's just do it.
Okay, how much did he charge for it?
5 gold crowns.
Alright, we can buy it, but the question is if we have room for it for the time being.
Right. You swallow your pride and buy the cloth that even a clown would balk at. The merchant's face beams with joy as he pockets your gold. Deduct this from your action chart. The first alley on the left past the stables, he says. He lives in the house with the blue door.
Okay, just give me a moment.
Wonderful.
Also, in
This
the correct me if I say something wrong. Tipasa lives in the first house,
First alley.
first alley,
On the left past the stables.
first alley. On the left, past the stables.
House with blue door.
Yeah. House with blue door.
Alright.
So this piece of waistcloth, was it counted as a special item or something?
It doesn't say.